Competence shouldn't be difficult, but it is. It's a three-part requirement. The first part of that is you determine the necessary competence for people. The second part of it is, where applicable, give them the competence. In other words, train them. And the third part of that is retain appropriate documented information, and it's up to you, the organization, to come up with the rules for all of those things. So the first question is, who are we talking about here? Well, it's people working under control of the organization. And it includes people that don't necessarily get their hands on the product, but do have some impact on the QMS. And that's now subject to this requirement. What about outsourcing? What about temps? What about subcontractors? What about consultants? It's up to the organization to come up with a set of rules to describe the training and competence of all of these people. There are a lot of questions on this. The first question is, who trains the trainer? What does it take to be a trained trainer? Second question is, what are the training requirements and how are they documented in your system? Next question is, what happens when you require yourself to do a performance review as a determination of whether somebody's competent, and then you don't do it? There's such a thing as a training matrix. The training matrix basically has a list of jobs and a list of people that are trained to do that job, whatever that is. And that's in places where people do cross-training and that kind of thing. Well, you have to maintain that, and whose job is it to maintain those and make sure they're not out of date? Next question is, when is a new hire considered to be trained? How long does somebody have to be around in order to be considered trained? Next question is, when a work instruction changes, do people need to be retrained, and what's the process for doing that? When new equipment is installed, what are the training needs as it applies to that, and do you have to rethink the training matrix? What's the difference between training and correction? That is to say, if someone's on the line and they make a mistake and you go out and correct them, is that considered a training activity or a correction activity? And then the last question is, how many times should you correct somebody before it becomes a discipline issue? In other words, if you train, quote unquote, somebody 3 or 4 times to do their job, whatever that may be, and they still continue to not do it, what's your process of reviewing that and understanding it a little bit? Great news. Here's another QR code that'll lead you to another fun video. And here's another one.